Good afternoon. This is Dr. Anderson with the latest and greatest on all things career coaching and job search related. The topic of today is going to be on the big three job boards. I always tell folks that there's sort of four primary job sources of truth, so to speak, when you're looking for a new career. LinkedIn is one of the most impactful, one of the most important. I'm going to cover LinkedIn in a separate video just because there's so much to unpack with it. But the other three are as important. And so I want to cover those in today's video. The first one that many people may not be aware of is Google for Jobs. Google for Jobs is kind of like the dark horse, kind of the underutilized one. The beauty of Google for Jobs is that it is pulling in a lot of jobs that you cannot find on ZipRecruiter or Indeed or the other two we're going to talk about in a minute. So Google for Jobs is definitely one you want to be aware of. It, simply stated, the way to use Google for Jobs is to go to Google Chrome. You'll simply type in the job title you're looking for and then the geographic location, or you could add remote if you're looking to work from home. It will then pull up job query. You'll have to scroll down past the sponsored links, and then you'll see a little header that says jobs. Once you click on that, it'll take you to a new page. You'll see all the job openings right there. The biggest advantage of Google for Jobs is the quality of jobs it's pulling in. The downside is that their criterion for screening for different opportunities is not as robust as ZipRecruiter and Indeed. The other thing is it's strictly a job search tool. It doesn't have any company profile, company information, etc. The second one that is mission critical when you're looking for a new job is Indeed. Indeed is the job board aggregator. It goes out and crawls the web and brings all the openings into one location. That's a huge advantage. The downside is that sometimes jobs can stay out there past their expiration point. Sometimes you'll find stale dated jobs on Indeed, so that can be a bit frustrating. One of the biggest pros, the biggest advantages though of Indeed is actually the company profile area. So you can do research on companies to find out more about their culture, more about salaries, and also more about like the interview process. So, for example, if you have an interview coming up, I highly suggest folks actually go to Indeed, click on the company tab, go find the company, look at what the salary ranges are for that company, look at company reviews, and then also make sure and review the interview information so you can kind of gin up on some behavioral based questions that they're going to specifically be asking candidates. So Indeed's very powerful, not just for applying for jobs, but also for pre-interview research. And then the last one is ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter, the nice thing about ZipRecruiter is that employers actually have to pay to put jobs up there. So they have some skin in the game, so to speak, and they're gonna keep it very active by monitoring the resumes that come through ZipRecruiter. And ZipRecruiter tends to have higher quality jobs than than Indeed or even Google. The downside is the volume on ZipRecruiter isn't quite as great as Indeed might have. So again, just quickly to recap, kind of pros and cons of the big three. Google for Jobs, it's easy to use. It's intuitive. The downside is it's hard to find. You actually have to know what prompts to type in, and there's no like company profile information. So that's kind of a downside. Uh, the the Indeed pros and cons. Indeed is fantastic from a volume standpoint. It's a job board aggregator. It's gonna pull in a huge volume of job openings. That's good, but at the same time, some of those jobs aren't legitimate because they haven't been pulled down. Sometimes recruiters forget to pull those down, so that can be a bit frustrating. Another big pro to Indeed is the company profile area. Huge value add compared to Google for Jobs and ZipRecruiter. Last but not least, ZipRecruiter again it may not have the volume of the other two, but it's got quality over quantity. And employers are paying to put their openings out there, and so they really are paying close attention to applications coming through that. So again, those are kind of the big three to keep your eye on in terms of job boards. ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and Google for Jobs. Thanks for tuning in and have a great rest of your day.